Oh, that still looks dirty. You guys, this is how I woke up. And I'm here for my people. I'm so happy I'm here in my safe little place. I am purposefully not messing with the Zoom right now. Crunch time for Christmas. And I need all, oh, I hate Christmas. It's so hard. My kids are getting out of the toy age. Well, not all of them. Charlotte is 9, so we're getting there. And I got my chicken shirt on. I love this shirt. It's soft too. Okay, so it's crunch time. We're getting to it. It's time to get the Christmas. I'm going Christmas shopping this morning because our town. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Les. I am nuts. That's empty. I'm gonna have to grab a dirty one. What's new? But I'm going out, Karen. I'm gonna stop by. I need to hold on, Karen. You hold on, Karen. I need to check my box for oak before I forget. I need to get in here and find oak, right? We've talked about this. Oak, oak, oak. And I need to make sure it came because I got a bunch of stuff. Better be in here or it's in one. I have a box in my car. I need to check the box in my car for oak and then I'll come by your house. Okay. So hi, good morning. I'm going to clean my detail brush because if your brush is starting to change its shape based off of how it's laying in your wherever you put it, clean it and everything will go on a lot easier. Oh, but I'm going to do my makeup. I'm going to try to keep this pretty simple and I'm going to try to keep this shorter. I had a weekend. I'm going to try to play with this. Oh, I didn't put on hold on, let's see if I can do this. There we go. Okay. Tell me I'm not crazy zoomed in. You know what? I had a weekend. I had an opportunity, which is, sorry, I'm wiggling everything, huge. It was a big, big deal. Was this live I did that I've been talking about for, it's not for Saint 6 out of thousands. And it went so bad. And I spun out afterwards. I'm not gonna lie. I had a complete breakdown. I spun out. Hi, Brandy. I'm talking about the live right now. It just didn't. I got a cough attack. I had to go get and I think it came from stress and from talking a lot. I was a little nervous because it was a bigger group than my safe space. I was out of my safe space, but I didn't have my do not disturb on, which I just turned on. But when somebody called me, it messed with my zooming because I'll zoom in and out with the screen, and it was here on my mouth. And I was doing, because I always like to cut this boob light. That, can you even see it? It messed with the zooming and now I don't trust it. So can you see half my hand or do you see a thumb? Somebody tell me. Because what I see and what everybody else sees, I think is very different. And I don't like you guys seeing just my whole face. So I just need to know, can you see my thumb, pointer finger, and middle finger? Because that should be showing up according to me. That's what should be showing up. You see my whole hand. Okay, great. Because on this live, it was the first time I got to go live with this team, which is a huge team full of people that I watch. Oh my goodness. When I went back and watched it, I was just, my whole face was right here and it was just too much. And I messaged, I think 5 different friends. Then I messaged the big people and I was like, I'm so sorry, this is not my and it just took me, and even my husband was like, are we going to be able to go? I was like, I don't know. I don't know who I am anymore. Very dramatic. But he was part of the problem, not gonna lie. He was one of the phone calls, and then it was like, I got all these phone calls, and I was like, Why is this all an emergency now? Why? Why? Anyways, I'm going to do my makeup now. I was just really, really disappointed in it. Ugh, goodness. All right, so we're going to just prep the lids. Oh, that's a lot. And I was very mad. And so I was very mad at YouTube because when I go on Instagram and say my phone starts to die, it takes the zoom all the way out instead of all the way in. It was just one of those things where if I ever get to go live for them again, and she told me yes, I need to turn up my microphone. It's up. Maybe I should move it closer. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I also had it turned because I was playing with it a little bit. It just didn't go as well as I wanted it to. And I loved the eye look so much. And it's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm just really critical of myself. All right, so powder's on. I got to play with, because in my live, I did my evergreen look. It's okay. Things happen. It'll make me better next time. And that's what one of my friends said. She goes, what? And I say this to my son, and I say this to my husband. And she said it to me, and she goes, what did you learn from this? And I said, never go live again. I went live yesterday on Instagram because I was like, the best way to get over a bad live is to get into a new one. So I did one yesterday, and now I'm back on YouTube today. So this was my palette for my tutorial. I did the Sunset Eye, which you guys have seen me do a lot of times. I did Philly on the outer. I know I shouldn't be, I know. It's part of life. This will make me better. That's what I keep telling myself. And I messaged, I don't know if everybody knows who people are, but Kara is the owner and her sister is the top of my side. I hate calling it a pyramid because I hate that this is an MLM, but I love that it's an MLM. But Rachel's the top. I messaged Rachel because she's the one that asked me to go live. And I was like, please don't let this reflect on how I always am. She told me I'll get to go live again sometime. We'll see. But anyways, so I did Philly on the outer corner, and then I popped number 33. I think number 33 might be my favorite of the greens. I like the shimmer effect that it has, but I like laying either ice, which is from the Advent. Good morning. My sister-in-law got this for me for my birthday, and it's soft too, and I love it. It's Christmassy. It'll be forever. But ice is a great illuminator, and it goes really pretty on top. But I was playing with Atlantic yesterday, which is a color I don't usually play with because if you look, these are the same. They're a low fleck, but when you rub your finger, the oils of your finger and your face or whatever create this film. So you need to scuff it up a lot. So I don't play with it a lot. I played with it yesterday and it was so pretty. I put it with Angel's Landing and it was so pretty. So I think I'm going to do something similar to that. I'm not going to go crazy because I look like this. And I got to go shopping tomorrow. I'm going chicken shopping. My chickens, my poor chickens, they're in the mud because it is sideways storming hurricane winds going on here for like the last week and a half. And finally today we got a break. Even my dog wants to be inside, and he never wants to sleep inside. All right, we're going to go in and we're going to do our eyes. I'm going to use the eyeshadow brush, and I thought I just grabbed the etch brush. The etch brush is my favorite. I love this brush. If you haven't gotten it for yourself, get it. No guarantees for Christmas, but get it. I feel like everybody's done. I don't know. When it comes to online shopping, I feel like everything's kind of done. I got my girls the cutest gift and I'm so excited. So I've been watching a lot of scrapbooking because I got a new planner, and so I've been watching ways of decorating planners, which then spiraled into scrapbooking, and then it spiraled into watercolor painting. Because I bought this book. I'm going to do the Sunset Eyes. So Leo first. Actually, let's clean that off. And we're going to go into Atlantic first. But I got this new book. It's called a Commit 30 Planner. Have you seen these? And it has a monthly calendar, a weekly calendar, but then it also has sections for goals. And so with me and my team and the way things are going with Saint, there's so many more things happening with Saint that I do with my team that part of some of the leaders of Saint have heard about because I told them, but they're getting implemented into Saint with possibly being taught at our conference and potentially being part of the onboarding process, which is so exciting. So I've got this planner purposefully for that, being able to do work trips that I plan for, because I don't work for my husband's company, but I do plan our things where we have to go and do stuff. I book rooms. And so this Commit 30 book, and I was like, you know what? I want to decorate. I want to make this like, I would need to decompress. Anyways, so that's how it spiraled. They're little. They like fit in the palm of your hand. And this girl was watercolor painting in them, and it looked so fun for them that it might give instead of just scribbling in a book, and they're kind of out of the coloring book era. My husband's been getting them into charcoal. Hello, good morning, Janet. The party weekend. It was a party weekend, but I bought my girls 3 each of these mini leather journals, and I got them each their own watercolor thingies, and I'm really excited to see them use these. And I got them cute little butterfly bronzy clips to hold them open. I'm really excited to see what they do with these. I'm really excited because I think it could be something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. So I have Atlantic. Atlantic does not turn you green, but you see that little spark? It almost looks like the flecks of the shimmer. I'm trying to really zoom out because I have trauma now. That's a strong word, but it almost makes a glossiness. Good morning, Sandy. So anyways, we had a gala this weekend. It was so much fun. It's a different group of people, but it was so much fun, and we had the most delicious dessert. I tell you, if you get something heavy in chocolate, or you're making something heavy in chocolate for the holidays, put fruit on it, throw some strawberries on it, throw maybe some raspberries. It just, good morning, Mary. It just helps soften the blow of the heavy chocolate. The desserts were good. The champagne was good. There were raspberries in the champagne, and I'm a sucker for raspberries, so I had 6. All right. We're going to go into Leo. And then last night, I've been asking my husband to let me do this for years, but into the office. And they're just the sweetest ladies. They always do really sweet things for the girls. And I finally got approval to take them to dinner. And so last night I got to take them to a nice dinner, and it was so fun. So it was a busy weekend, but you know what? I didn't have to cook. The girls had pizza 2 nights in a row, and I don't care. I did not care. All right. When we are working with our hoods, I've been talking to a lot of people about this. I like to do my under eye correcting, and I bring that into that inner corner area and I do it after, because if you have darkness on your inner corners anywhere, all things can be corrected and fixed. Good morning, Esley. Okay, I'm not saying I'm talking about Esley, but I'm talking about Esley. When you have darkness, we're going to tackle this stuff we've been talking about. I love talking. First off, I love when everybody messages me. When you click on the description and you go to my little link tree, there's an envelope. Click it, message me, and let's talk about makeup. Because while I may not have the issue, talking about it and having me troubleshoot with you and finding out what works and doesn't work makes me better. So we're going to bring this up. You see how high I brought this up? Now, if you feel like you can't tell, bring it out as far as you want, because we don't have our makeup on, like our face. And so you can go ham, and you can take orange and you can put it anywhere you want, because we're going to go and I'm going to show you how to clean it all up. So I'm going to do Leo up here like I've done, and then I'm going to go into my Mija. I've been loving doing this sunset eye. I hold my brush straight up and down, and you see how the brow bone comes out. We're going to hit the bottom of it with that pink, and it can go into your crease if you want, because we're going to cover it up, but you want that at the bottom of the brow bone so it goes into Leo. Because I was all frazzled because I was coughing. Anyways, it's a foundation color. And so when you buy this, I don't get paid diddly squat because 100% of the proceeds for Miha, and Stay Golden is another one, which is a neutral color, great base color. 100% of the proceeds go to families of foster care, and this helps them with, I don't know, foster care. I mean, having kids is expensive. Bringing kids into your home all of a sudden can be expensive. So they have certain things that are foundation colors, and Miha is one of them. And so when you buy it, you're doing a good thing. And I pull this straight out, and you can keep going all the way out if you want to. Okay, because we're going to handle all the fixings after, fallout, all the stuff. All right, the next color I'm going to go into is Philly. It's my favorite brown. I like it more than I like cocoa. And we're going to tap onto the small end. Actually, let's play with the etch brush. So I'm going to clean it off because I think I have black on it. And we're going to go into Philly, tap off the excess, and we are going to bring this along that lash line. Look at how pretty that brown is. And pushing this right here, and then we're going to follow this out, and then we're going to push up onto that brow bone. And you can blend, 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 pushing in and blending it in, grabbing it, and then pulling it down to your lower lash line. And you can make this as thick and heavy as you want. You can make it really thin, or you can make it really thick. I think if everybody starts feeling a little safe with messing up their eyes, they're going to feel better about doing their eyes. And I do the same placement every day. I just change out the colors, and that's what makes things look easy because I do the same thing every day. I am going to try to keep this short. I doubt I will, but I'm trying. So pushing against that lower lash or upper lash line, going along the lash line, coming out, pulling up, and then pushing onto that brow bone. And then just pulling in and then bringing it down under. I like my lower lash line to be cohesive with the top. I don't want to feel like what you want. Do what you want for your eye shape. This is what works for mine. I'm going to go to the fluffy brush, and we're just going to blend. I like blending in. That's how I like it. I just like this eye is my hardest eye. Hardest one. I always get a little weird spot right over there. And we just blendy, blendy, blend. All right, I'm going to go in and I'm going to use Atlantic. I've scuffed it up over here. This is what it looks like when you have a little bit of a film, and this is what it looks like when it's scuffed up. And so just take a spoolie. Guys, I got the Saint spoolie. This can go in your purse if you have eyelash extensions. This. Pop it open. Slip it up here. Look at how pretty that is. What was I going to do with this? Oh, I was going to scuff it up. So you can take this, and I'm going to just scuff up Atlantic. Just a little bit. And then I'm just going to clean this off. There we go. And I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to rub this on. I'm going to put this all over my lid. And it has a little bit of a green to it, but it really just has, I feel like it's almost like a glitter, but it gives this glossiness look. It's just really pretty. Do you see that? I don't know. Everybody's different on what you like, but I was playing with this and it was just really, really pretty. But you can see it's already got that film going back on it from my finger. So you just scuff it up. It's really fun. You can use your fingernail too. If you don't have a spoolie, you just scuff it up, grab it, blow around, and then you can pop this on. And when you use your finger, it does give that tinge of green, but I'm telling you, green, orange, and pink do go together. They do. And this is gonna look way better once all the makeup's on. I promise, because eyeliner, mascara, or just mascara makes everything better. But if you're looking to get somebody a nice little gift, this is $15 if they get eyelash extension. I feel like this is a great lash. Find a small palette. And I was thinking of starting to do curated palettes for seasons, a winter, a spring, summer, fall palette, and decorating some, because some of our palettes, when Saint was mascara, oh, my stomach, When Saint was mascara, they had some really, I mean, this was a mascara palette. Look how pretty that is with the gold flecks. And I feel like they've gotten a little bit away from it and they aren't available as long. And so I've been trying to think of ways to zhuzh them up. So I ordered a bunch of stickers. And I got that from falling down this scrapbooking, day planning to scrapbooking to watercoloring. And I was like, these stickers, I've done it. I got these scrapbooking stickers. They're watercolor flowers. And you get all these really pretty things. Comes with butterflies, if you like butterflies. But you get these stickers, and then you can take and create a palette. I was like, what if you could take a palette and curate it to a season? And then you have a seasonal palette, which is just fun. I'm going to try to find a way of doing that with one of these guys. This is probably my favorite of the palettes so far. All right, let's do a little bit of eyeliner. I'm going in with the double-sided shaker up. I've had this thing for over a year, so I go in on the small end first, grab this side, bringing it in. And if there is a method of something you want to see, let me know. Let me know. I need to add a little bit more Atlantic to this eye. Where are you? It's on that inner corner. It's not shimmering enough for me. There we go. I just think it's pretty. That's it. That's why I do it. It's pretty. All right, now I'm going to go in on the other end, on the bigger end, and I'm going to come straight out. I feel like if I don't do this, my eyes, and nobody wants to hear that they look tired. So I add this little wing, and all of a sudden I look like I slept, I guess. But just adding that little bit and skipping the middle. I think skipping the middle is key. Skipping the middle will handle it. So I'm just coming up and over. And then I'm hoping to get out of here at a reasonable time after getting snack for the girls. 4 days left. I have to get shopping done. And that's that. Now let's do our mascara. And then I'm going to get into a lot of eye stuff. We're going to talk about a lot of eye stuff right now because I think we're all tired. And and I say that because I'm tired. And if I'm tired, you're tired. My problems are your problems. No, just kidding. But if you have darkness under your eyes on your inner corners, I say do this after you've done your eyeshadow because eyeshadow falls into funny places and can make things look darker, especially under your eyes. If you have fine lines, that darkness can settle into your makeup and get into, it can create, not just have your makeup creasing, but your darkness can fall into that crease while it creases, and then it matures your under eyes, makes it look darker under your eyes. So do your makeup after your eyeshadow. If you see me doing my eyeshadow after I've done my face, it's because of tutorials. That's the only reason. Any other time, I'm always doing my eyes first. So I'm just going to get my mascara on. I know if I could speed this part up, I would. But I also don't like doing my eyeshadow after my mascara. I don't feel like I can see as much, but that's me being me. Okay. Grabbing in, almost done. I promise. This is the hardest part, but if anybody, not have to, but you got to talk about your business to have a business. And if anybody wants to do this whole makeup thing, you do not have to go live every Monday. You do not have to do tutorials at all. And I show how to share Saint every which way. I have somebody who they share Saint a little bit, but they really focus on in-persons. That's all that they do. They really don't do a lot of tutorials. They've tried them. They prefer just getting together and having fun with people. And that works too. There's so many ways to put the makeup on, there's so many ways to share it. And next month, Saint is having their anniversary. They call it a birthday. And with that, they give you an incentive. If you sign up, you get something extra that you usually wouldn't get. Okay. That's all I'm going to say about that. The unicorn. I'm using Atlantic. But hello, Mrs. Barris. All right. Hello, Mr. Barris. Everyone say hello to Mr. Barris. He does like to be said hello to. Oh, you got it. Okay, perfect. Oh, good. All right, we're going to get into balm. This is going to clean it. So, in the morning when you spit on your finger and you rub off your mascara, we do that, okay? If you don't, great, but a lot of us do. Same concept with balm. So if you've put on your mascara and you've got some fallout or you brought it out too far over here, you grab your balm and you can clean up your under eye with it and clean it off so that when you have fallout, this is all cleaned up, but it also helps with applying any color. So if you want to punch up your eyeshadow after you've put on your mascara and you've seen it, great. So I'm going to go over here and it just cleans things up. Easy. Okay? And you're not using your makeup to do it. You're using a balm. If you have discoloration on your inner corner from maybe a fold, push this up a little bit and bring it down. And you want to bring this down onto that orbital bone. Okay, you want this in an area. And this stuff doesn't crease. This, I say it's makeup, not magic, but I swear the balm is kind of a piece of magic. All right, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna say if you have, and I'm being super, as my son says, Pacific about this. So those isms in your house where somebody said it wrong, so that's just how it's said. Another one in our house is cromote. My son used to call it the cromote. Where's the cromote? And it's remote control smashed together. All right. So on your under eyes, we get this darkness here. And if you have folds on your eyes in this area right here where you don't want it as dark, because say you were blending Philly, for instance, you're going to grab an under eye corrector. Y01 is what I'm going to use. And I'm going to hit this on my darkest point, which is right up in this area. And I'm using the spot brush. This is great for these areas. I'm going to hit right here where it's very dark. And then I'm going to come in right here. Okay? And I'm just going to brighten up that little area with Demi. We're just going to go right into this area where it gets a little bit extra dark. I have one right there. I'm going to pull this down. I'm going to grab this product and just kind of move it where I need it. Move it where I want it. Then I'm going to take this fluffy end and I'm going to tap this out. Boom. We're going to tap that out. And then if you have a deep trough, you can do this. I'm going to get the other eye real quick. So I get really dark in this little pot. This area has a bigger pocket. This turns a nice shade of purple on me. A really nice shade of purple. So I'm using Y01. And then I just tap this out, and you see how it just brightens. I need to add a little more. There's a little bit of shadowing right there, so I'm going to use this just to pull it out. And it just does wonders. I'm going to go into 03, and I'm just going to sweep this up. And I'm going to show two ways to handle a deep trough. A deep trough. But I'm just going to clean up this dirty little area. Boom, boom, boom. Cleaning that up. And using that balm all over this area just makes everything go on and glide on really nice. So you can do Y01 if that's the color you're using. And you're going to take this deep trough and you're going to go and follow it exactly where it is. Not just the front, follow the whole big dog. Big dog, okay? Follow that whole trough. I like Y1, which is yellow. So we're just going to follow this whole trough. You stay in that trough. Don't go outside the trough. Stay in the trough. Like that, okay? Yes, I add balm first. I actually keep a little balm in this brush. I have it in here from the Demi days and I've just tapped on and I let it work its way in. And I think if you have dry under eyes, that's a great tip, is to just have it already in your brush. It's like spraying setting spray and then blending. For your under eyes though, I would say add the balm. If you're sensitive to smells, get the unscented, but don't get the one on sale for $15. Do not. My Saturday live, Kath, you're polite. It wasn't good. I was really upset. I tail spun afterwards. Like, you would, I almost cried after. I was so upset. Anyways, I'm going to take this. And so we've got that trough and you're tapping it, tapping it, tapping it, tapping it. And I put the balm on first because it helps blend it out. And do you see how it just lifts that trough? That's Y01. And then this is Y1. And it really is a matter of preference. Both do fine, but Y01 kind of did a better job. I have an extra light over here because it's extra shadowy. I need to update. After Christmas, I'm updating this whole room. I'm adding new lights. I'm figuring this out. Anyways, it's a matter of preference. I don't like having a lot of different color demis for somebody because they're $22 a pop. But I will say if you buy a demi, you'll always have a demi. It takes a long time to run out unless you're really putting it all over your face. If you're a full face demier, then it may not last. But if you're using it with your 3D, no. I'm going to zoom out a little bit because, you know, my Saturday party bothered me a lot. But I wanted to zoom in and show the under eye. But also keep in mind, nobody looks at your face this close or they're not nice. So the only person that looks at you that close is you. Keep that in mind. But Kath, thank you. I will say, I was so happy to see you in there. There was quite a few people that were in this live that made me feel a little more comfortable. I was just very upset with the way people were calling me, and it messed with the zooming in and out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I was so upset. All right. I'm going to do my color correcting. I'm going to use the shape brush. This has become my favorite brush over the blend brush. And I can't believe I say that, but I am. And I'm going to go into Aspen, and I'm just going to get this around my nose. There we go. My internet. You ever get a new box and it just never works the same, but they're like, it's new and improved. It's like, no, stop improving it. You're ruining it. You didn't miss much. But if you were getting the text messages for the party, that's okay because you can go back and watch them. If you were getting the text messages, just go click on it because Michelle Spieler did a really good one on glitter. I'm not a fan of glitter. I still need to go back and watch it, and I'm very excited to see what she does with the glitter. I'm not going to lie. I was really nervous about talking about Frenchie in my live because she was potentially in there, and I was like, eek, because I know she doesn't love it, but I like it as a tool. Okay. This brush, it's so good. I've even used it for my whole face, and it's been really good. So I'm just going to go right here and up this side. I mean, I don't know. I think my body's going through a change. I'm too old to be young, but I'm too young to be old, the whole fried green tomatoes of life. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah. 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 I say stick to what you like and keep on going, and it gets easier and easier and easier. And then people say, you make it look easy. It's like, it better look easy at this point. It better look easy at this point. All right. So I've got my suede on, and I like it. And that's it. I am going to put some balm on my chin. I've been really dry right here. Really dry. So I'm going to use balm instead of moisturizer. I like it a lot. I just think when you go, because I do use some setting powder because I get a lot of movement in this area. And I think the balm helps it more than using a lotion. I'm also oily, so there's that too. I'm the gold ones, and then I'm going to go through and do a full clean out, but I'm going to grab my setting powder, and now I'm going to set where I'm oily. I'm going to set where I'm oily, and then I'm going to do my makeup. Okay, we're going to do the makeup on the small end. I'm going into Athens, and we're just going to even this out. I'm starting here because I have a scar that comes through, and if I have to add demi, I will, but I just apply my makeup like my skin is fine now. I did some correcting, and now I'm just gonna add my makeup like I've never had a skin problem in the world. I always like when people say, your skin's nice. Nope, my skin's just like everybody else's. There's just makeup on it that helps. I think everybody has something where they're just like, no. Or it's like cleaning your house and being like, sorry about the mess. There's that too. I do that all the time though. Oh, sorry about the mess. Let me just clean up this paper clip over here. I get really, I don't know. We're having people over this weekend. I'm starting a new tradition this weekend. I'm doing gingerbread house decorating / cookie exchange because I didn't like the idea of cookie decorating. I think it gets extra messy. I always over apply right here, so I'm fixing it. So we're going to do a cookie exchange, but I got we have 6 gingerbread houses, 3 of each kind. Have you seen the Trader Joe's one? It comes with all kinds of like chipmunks and owls. I'm excited about it. All right, going into the detail brush, and I'm going to go into cedar. And we're going to go right up here. And we're just going to whip this around. I got a little bit of brightening in on that, but oh well. That's okay. I'm bringing this up. I love cedar. This is probably one of my favorite contours they came out with. Good Morning Rain. I'm going to pop this in, getting it on the side, push this up towards the brow, grab it again, hit the side, push it up towards the brow, and then boom, boom, boom. And then I always tap right here to help hide the bump. The bump going in with Sunlit. I'm going to go down the nose, grab a little bit more, and I'm going to just put a big old dot right here. So that's really all you need. I hope my mug gets here. I'm excited to see this mug. But yes, I might have to wash this and rewear this. Oh, no, I got this sweater. If you were at my live on Saturday, that's my gingerbread decorating sweater that I got. But I thought, you know what? We're doing a holiday look. I'm going to wear a holiday shirt. But then my live went, holy not yay. I was very upset. I'm very critical of myself, though. Super critical of myself. I have an expectation, and if it doesn't hit it, then I get really upset. And then I overthink. And then overthinking never ends well. Grabbing a little bit of Sunlit, hit right here, hit right here. But I don't want to say I'm a perfectionist because I'm not, but I am an overthinker, which can be confused for being a perfectionist. Yeah, I will leave something. Oh, man. Mail is slow. You would think that they'd get their act together, but no. But I overthink everything. I'll leave an event and overthink every conversation I had. All right, we're going in with Bella Bronzer, and I'm going to go right. I've been really liking Bella Bronzer all the way down my cheek. I'm going to leave a little for Frenchie, but I've been really liking my bronzer as my beautiful. That's it. You know, I can do my forehead. My forehead, I have full confidence in. I can do a forehead. So I'm going to do that. I'm just putting on my bronzer. And now I'm going to go into my Frenchie. And I'm going to go right here on my apples with the bronzer. Isn't that pretty? Just Frenchie and bronzer. Frenchie and bronzer. This is my bad cheek. But Frenchie and bronzer. Okay. I try to do good makeup. I try to do everyday makeup. I'm really bad. I see those people that do all these wild things, and I just can't. I just overthink it, probably. I want to add, maybe I should wait. Hold on. I'm having a problem with my eyeshadow. It's bothering me, but I'm going to wait until my brows are done because my brows change where I put things. So we're going to do that really quick because it's bugging me. So I'm going to comb these up. I have all sorts of, look at how short they are. They kind of end here, but they kind of end here. Anyways, all right, we're going to do our brows. And I'm going to go from this front corner and then up and over. Up and over. I slept in my makeup Saturday night because I had so many. Ooh, Maui. See, I can't do Maui because of my scarring. It just picks up the makeup and it pulls it through. I wish there was a way I can make Maui work on my cheeks. All right. It can be fun. I don't like getting on here and showing a bunch of wild. I don't know. I can't do wild. I'm not good at it. But I do love watching. Has anybody watched Bailey Sarian? Now, she is a particular, I'm very zoomed in again. Look at me. I just can't get past my own tutorials where she gets together with a company and does something, and she does the most beautiful makeup, but it's not an everyday look, and I just can't. I don't do enough events to need that kind of makeup. I do swim team. I can't show up at swim team with a bunch of 11 and 12-year-old. I do what's called dry land at swim team, which is after they're done swimming at practice, we do planks, sit-ups, squats, and I help lead that. So I yell at all of them. It's great. But it's a bunch of 11, 12-year-old boys and some girls. And so if I show up with just this like beyond makeup, I don't think it'd go over very well. They'd make fun of me. They were trying to guess my age the last time. It was really great listening to them try to decide based off of the age of my kids. But my son's not there. And so they were like, no, she can't be in her 30s because she's got little kids. I was like, is that true? Is that so? All right, so we're going to pop this forward. I like to bring my brows in farther than my inner corner. I think it changes the shape of my eye. I watched a video on it that told me it does, and so I believe anything I'm told on YouTube, which means if I tell you, because we're on YouTube, it's true. Right? Probably not. But I extend my brow. I'm using oak to fill it in, and we're pulling this far out. So I've added all this extra space for my eyeshadow, but when I put it on without, when it was just normal, this looks like it fits just fine. But now we're going to extend our eye a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit of setting spray and put it on my wax. There we go. Combing it up, and I'm just tidying these puppies up, keeping them where I want them. Okay, now I'm going to go in to here, and we're going to get into the eyeshadow brush. And I've already got, I'm going to grab a little bit of Leo, you can't really tell. And I'm going to pull that up and out right here. Now, because I added all that real estate, I'm just pulling that out a little farther. Then I'm going to grab a little bit of Philly, and I'm going to push that a little farther out also. And it just gives you this extra kick. I'm not going to play with the Miha on it, but you see how I was just able to add so much more to that eye just by adding a little bit of, I'm going to use my etch brush on this guy right here, and I'm just going to clean things up. Oh, nope. What's going on here? I biffed it or something. I don't know. Nope, I need my eyeshadow brush. Where'd you go? There we go. But I'm able to add, do you see that? Just by adding that brow. Look at that. And yeah, Philly is so pretty. I like it more than oak. Or not oak, Cocoa. I like it more than Cocoa. All right, let's do the other brow so I don't look lopsided. But do you see how just adding that extra tail gave me all this extra room? That's pretty good. All right, going in, getting that brow put on. But I was just looking at it, and if I don't bring that darker color up and out more, I feel like it accentuates my hood. But if you're trying to hide the hooded eyes, I do think you need a little bit of a deep color to come up and out. That's just me. And now we're going this way, right here. I always struggle with this brow. This one has hairs. I swear, the hair on this brow, they don't like each other. And they're always trying to stay away from each other because they're up. Okay. Huge difference for an old woman, Mrs. Barris. Oh, Mrs. Barris. All right, that's not nice. Be nicer to yourself. Because I said so. Can you add an arch if you haven't done one? If you don't have one, I think so. So, okay, my sister-in-law, they gave me this shirt. Her mom, she does think Avon, Mary Kay. She does Mary Kay. And I watched her do a tutorial. I'm trying to find something. So this is how she does her brows. I'm wiping my brow off. So this is how she adds an arch to her brow. And I believe her because she is a mature woman. So I'm going to take my angle brush. I'm going to start at this bottom corner like I always do. And I'm going to follow this up, and I'm not going to follow it around. I'm going to go straight up. Almost like a Spock brow. And that tells you where your arch should hit. You see that? Boom. Okay, so we want that right there. Just follow that straight up to where you want it, depending on your brow. Then you're supposed to start at the top of that, and that's where you're supposed to come out and end that tail. Okay, does that make sense? Then you can go through, and I always start a quarter of the way in here, and I just fill in, and I bring it up to that point. This is a definite play with it. Don't do this on an important day. But you're going to go about a quarter. I like leaving this front area up here a little unstructured. Follow that up so that it can make that arch up where we drew that line to, and then follow it down. Does that make sense? So yeah, if you don't have an arch, you can, and then fill in down here. I hope that makes sense, but that's what she told me to do if you don't have an arch. And if it gets, I've biffed it a little bit up there. We're going to clean that up. It's not a big deal. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to go in a little bit like I always do right here. Fill it in, flick it up, do all the things. Grabbing my wax. It's still a bit damp and tacky. And we're just going to, where are you? I'm going to grab a little bit of my main highlight. Some people use brightening, but I'm going to take this squared end and put a little bit on, and then I'm going to clean up right here where it just came up too high, and you can do this no problem. And then I'm just going to use my finger to press it out. I prefer my finger. I think it works with your skin a little better than a brush, and it just cleaned it right up. Easy peasy. Okay, that's how you do your brow. See, I even told my sister-in-law, I was like, I did what your mom said. She told her mom. Her mom's the nicest. They're so fun. They're so fun. All right. Let's see. What are we doing now? I demied my under eye, so I need to do my brightening. I am not saving time today. Look what you guys made me do. You guys are always so distracting. I got to even out my eyes. Holy moly. Eyeshadow brush. All right. We're going to grab a little bit of Leo. We're going to pull that out to match that tail. Grabbing a little bit of Philly, tap, 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 and we're going to build that out. I just push on my brow bone. That's really all I really do. Pushing on the brow bone. Use your finger if you need to. I love Atlantic. It just looks it just looks glossy. I like that. Look at that. I don't have anything on except for that Atlantic, and it just looks a little glossy. I will say this is a bit darker than I was anticipating my eyeshadow looking like today. But that's okay. We're going to go into that shape brush again on the small end. And I'm going to go into my brightening. And we're going to smile and see that shine right there. And we're going to play with that. And I'm going to bring this up. And I'm really focusing. And I just want this bottom area right here under my loose skin to be focused with the brightness, and then I'll build it up. I will say, because it's extra fluffy, I do find myself pinching it a little bit more, but I like that it's still fluffy and still kind of long. And then I bring up, if somebody is doing the camo method, because this was an email we were talking about. Okay. The camo method is not meant for your under eyes. The camo method is meant for imperfections, acne scarring, acne, it's rosacea. So the camo method is dark, skin tone, light. So you have your main highlight, which is your main, then you have your brightening highlight, and then there's a camo color, which I would say, is your summer shade or a shade or two darker, the way that your brightening is a shade or two lighter. And you take that darker camo color and you put it over your imperfections first, and then you put your makeup on. And then they all work together and it balances out and it's great. But for your under eyes, if you have textured under eyes and you feel that your brightening is adding texture, which it can, if you have textured under eyes, using your brightening can accentuate the texture. So skip the brightening. We're going to do this and use your main highlight, not your camo color. And so I'm going to take this color here, which is my main, and I am going to bring that same as over here, hitting that shine, but it's not a brightening, so it's not going to have that reflected light look. You're going to use this light. You still, less is more. It's not because of the color that you can go heavier. Less is still more with your main highlight. And so you're going to go over those colors and you're going to bring it up just like you would with your brightening, but you're using your main highlight. But if you want that extra pop, use an eyeshadow on it. Use your pinky, grab your brightening color, and you're going to pop that where people put shimmer. If you have texture, okay, again, just like if you have texture, use your finger to blend it out. If you have texture, use your main highlight instead of your brightening, and don't use a shimmer on your inner corner. Just use your brightening highlight, and it adds that little pop of color that brightens up that inner corner, and then your main highlight doesn't accentuate the things. Does that make sense? Did that help? I hope that helps. Okay, I feel like it's easier to answer questions on a live and hope that I can never get comfortable in this chair. I need a cushion. But I think that helps. All right, we're going to do lips. I'm just going to grab my detail brush on the bottom, and we're going to add our shadow, add a shadow, boom, tap it out. I've been doing the mature lip thing, and I've been getting a lot of really good feedback. I'm going to take my brightening, and we're going to powder donut our lips. So I put it on with this finger, switch to this finger, and tap it out. And then I'm going to take and have some water. I'm not going to have a coughing fit because I'm comfortable with you guys. You guys are my people, and I feel good with you. Okay, multitasker brush on the pointy end. Okay, use unicorn on your inner corner, and loved it. Perfect. Excellent. We're going in. Okay, you see how, sorry, I should have turned that way. But you see how I have a line here that is undefined. But then above it, there's that lip color. We are going to cancel out this undefined lip line with our main highlight. Tap it out. Ooh, let's put a little main highlight on that guy. Yikes. And we're going to tap this out. Okay. Boom. We're going to take, I did plum. I feel like I did that for you guys last week. Okay, we're going to take Renaissance and Nova, these two right here as my lip color today. We're going to grab Renaissance on the big end of the multitasker brush, and I'm going to start in the middle on my lip line and come up on that inner lip line. It's so pretty. Inner lip line. There we go. But you see how it just gives it a little tidier of a look if you have creasing or straw lines on your lips, canceling and structuring right there. It just tidies things up. You don't look like you're from 1920 and Betty Boop in your lips. And then the top you can just do. And bring it down, and that's it. And then I do a thick lip line, not a thin one. I like it nice and thick. Color in the lips. And then I'm going to grab Nova Illuminator, and I'm going to fill it in. And Nova is such a pretty lip color. I need a little balm. I use balm everywhere. Boom, goes everywhere. And let's do a powder sandwich. Setting sandwich. Set it. Grab a fluffy brush. Put it into the powder. See? Outside while your face is still damp. Who here hates the M word? I don't mind it. Grab your setting spray and spray again. While this is still empty, press it in. Press it in. Bada bing. Bada boom. We're done. I lost my cat. There it is. There's the cap. Boom. And that's how I set my face with the setting sandwich. I talk a lot, and I know these go long, and I appreciate everybody who stays. Oh, my brow. This brow, I tell you, it's at war. It is at war with each other. All right, I have to go make snack, and then the stores in our town open up in 30 minutes so I can go shopping and get some more Christmas presents and I have a baby shower too this next weekend, so there's a lot going on. So that's it. That's the makeup. And this is the hair for today, a tutorial later. But really, if you're just wanting to achieve this, sleep on your hair and throw it up. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Message me for a color match and let's build a palette. But Nova, I'm going to say Nova, the spoolie brush, great add-ons. Okay. That's it. Have a great day.